it's the definition of what they view as real time and what you're willing to accept. And when you can then come back to somebody and say, look, this particular process for FMS or AML or risk, whatever it may be for credit scoring, today you were doing it and it took you a week and now you're going to do it in minutes, that is something they're willing to take a look at, invest time in, bring in people that are very relevant. So there's a large penetration so far of clients that have done what they would call big data. And big data is synonymous with Hadoop. It's just, that is really where that's at. Okay. Now, the secondary component to that is what they found out is that they were missing that really way to run the analytics on top and actually understand the customer, do the algorithms, everything that is needed to react to a consumer in this data economy. They didn't have that piece. So that's where all these other technologies came in. Now, what do they see with the extreme data economy? The difference is really just basically clients understanding, hey, we are now moving from a scenario of we had our current infrastructure technology, it would be CPU bound. We're now moving to one that would be more of a GPU based strategy. It's not particularly difficult, but it is a change in the data center where people are moving in that direction. GPU has around 6,000 cores, CPU has about 64. So there's a huge difference in processing power in that. I believe that there are a lot of people these days, and from what I've seen in banking and some of the other industries, that are doing things in stuff like TensorFlow. They're doing AI type stuff, right? And it could be with a bot, it could be bot type stuff in banking. And that type of stuff is best done in an extreme data type scenario because you're pulling in so much data, you're running some sort of really powerful algorithm, and then you're responding to a customer in real time. That's the only way you can, a bot can handle the types of rules and processes that it handles. What I've noticed with technology that really does well in the financial services industry is that they build specific modules for, it could be regulation types things that fit in with it, right? So like a Moss or somebody like that, or SEC, like these types of institutions really can embrace it as more of a standard. I believe that what you'll see with this generation of these insight engines that are out there, specifically enterprise GPU analytical databases, is you're going to see them get very verticalized and focused on specific use cases, and that could be in certain scenarios things that help with security, auditing, lineage, things of that nature. Now, the thing that is already happening, and so one of the typical use cases I believe that will be built out and that I think will be pretty mainstream is how do you process credit score analysis, and then hopefully it will get involved with some industry standards and industry bodies in ASEAN to do that, because that's a mainstay. It's kind of like the FICO in the U.S. or whatever. And here in Indonesia, how does Gojek or Grab put more money?